What is going on, everybody, and welcome back into Barley Studios. Now, today in the studio, we're really shifting gears. Now, normally I produce a lot of art content, sculpting, painting, and things like that. But of course, you know that I have a tendency to branch into other types of art. Now, of course, it's kind of a stretch me pushing what I'm about to introduce as a full-on series into my YouTube channel, but I really would like to incorporate this into my channel in some ways because it is going to have some artistry involved in it. Whether it's artistry or just kind of like learning as we go type of thing, we will be learning as we go. Now, I am currently sitting in my boat. Now, this is a boat that I had recently taken possession of from my father. It has been sitting in a basement, very well taken care of for years. And I actually have been working on the engine a little bit, trying to get it running to where it used to be. And I'm probably going to have it tuned up at some point. But I have some dilemmas with the actual boat itself. The most notorious thing is that the actual bottoms of some of these seats, as well as some of these side panels, are actually kind of rotting away. You know, it's just wear and tear from, like, 20, 30 years of use and sitting. So I need to replace those. And in doing so, I'm probably going to have to upholster some things. Now, upholstery in itself is an art. So we'll kind of be introducing that. I'll be learning as I go. I've never done anything like this before, so it'll be just something kind of new. There are also some wood slats that go along the outside edges of the boat. Those are kind of like step positions, or like leaning things where you can put, like, bars across the boat, or you can use it as a step to jump off the boat into the water. So some of those are really kind of deteriorated. I will probably have to sand those down. If I can keep them at the original pieces of wood, then I will do so. So we'll be doing some staining and some clear coating with some marine grade epoxies, things like that. And now one of the biggest things that we're going to be working on in this series is the carpet on the floor. Now, I'm still on a dilemma on what I would like to do with that, but what I'm leaning towards right now is probably another type of carpet. I was originally looking at like a hydroturf, but I don't really want to have to contend with wrapping it around the existing uh, uh, like cabin holes, or the accesses toward the battery compartment, the gas, and things like that. And so I don't really want to contend with that. Carpet will be a lot easier to upholster than some of the other things. Now, we're also going to be doing a little bit of fiberglass as well as marine grade plywood. And the reason I say that is because the boat's been sitting for a very long time, and there's this little portion right here in the very middle between the two captain and co-captain seats where it's just a little bit soft. Sometimes you can't really feel it, but sometimes when it's wet or saturated, you can really feel like your foot giving way on the bottom of the boat. And I got to get that fixed. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to remove the captain and co-captain seats, and I'll probably replace them with brand new ones at some point with some swivel, so I can swivel inward. We can eat lunch and things in the middle of the boat, and then I can swivel back towards the steering wheel and the controls, where I could remove the passenger seat if I wanted to, and just have all that space accessible to fish from. There's a few other things I'm going to do as far as new holes. I'm going to probably remount the trolling motor on the front, probably mount one on the back. I'll probably mount some stabilizing rods in the back, so they can kind of like anchor, pole anchors to anchor in position really quickly. That stuff that's later on down the road. So what I'll be using for the floor itself is we'll probably remove everything. I'll decarpet everything. What I'll do is I'll bulk order my carpet when I get ready to order that. Probably the same gray color, nice gunmetal gray, to match the existing shimmer of the boat. But what we'll do is we're going to use a circular saw to saw out the segment that I believe that is faulty in the floor. And we're going to start small, cutting a little bit away at a time. And then once I get a gauge for how much is rotted here, whether it's the actual floor supports or if it's the actual just plywood, then I'll get some marine grade plywood, and we'll go ahead and fix that and use probably some fiberglass to seal it up properly for waterproofing, and then we'll go ahead and reupholster it with some brand new carpet. The carpet that's in it now it's at the age where it's starting to deteriorate, so if you walk around barefoot on it, it has a very nasty, gritty feel to it. It's not very fluffy. It doesn't feel good on your feet, and it leaves like little black specks where it's deteriorating on your feet. Or hands, or whatever you're sitting on it. So I really don't want to have contact with it. You can also see some of the plywood poking through in particular areas. So we're going to do a lot of things with this boat. We'll do some wiring along the way. So anything that I feel like I want to incorporate into this video, then we'll do so. But I will try to categorize them down into specific videos. So if you are wanting to enjoy the series, make sure you check out this beginning video of this playlist. It's really where it's going to kick off. And of course, this will be like, over the next year or so type of thing. And some of these things won't be incorporated until later on down the road. But just new things that I'm wanting to do, and I really want to get the boat on the water so that I can enjoy it with the kids, like me and my father did. And I remember those memories. So of course I was snacking a lot. My dad bought tons and tons of snacks for me to snack on while he fished. So I'd be sitting in the floorboard eating snacks and just hanging out while he actually fished, things like that. But good memories. So like I said, I want to get it on the water and get where we can enjoy it. It is a ski a bass combo, so it is kind of a combo boat, V-hull, fiberglass, and then it has a Mercury on it. I think it's a 20 horsepower. I can't remember. Mercury on the back of it that we're gonna have tuned up. It has a live well. It has 4 seats in it. Well, actually, 2 seats in the front, which we'll be doing reupholstery on that. And I also want to build those bottom of those chairs so that it goes all the way across, and I can make a full-on fishing platform for when I don't have people with me fishing, or if it's just me and my dad, or just me and my son, and we don't need all those seats. Then it's like those seats never existed right there. And we have a full fishing platform in the front. Same for the back. I want to mount some cooler mounts so that I can use that as a fishing platform back there when I'm not using that. Things like that. I'm gonna make sure we test the live well so the live well is working, so that way we can do some more heavier fishing and things like that. I do have the awning on it right now. It's pretty rough looking. I'll probably have to have another one made at some point, so maybe we'll kind of like touch base on that. I might teach myself to sew just so I can specifically make that like a new one version of that. And maybe I'll put some graphics or something on it because that's just kind of how we roll. All right, so first thing in the series that you're going to see is I'm going to go ahead and cover it up. It hasn't been covered up on my property except for an old tarp, and that tarp is actually deteriorated. So it's like flaking white flakes over the entire boat, and I had to get rid of it. So we got rid of that tarp. It's been exposed for a few months, and it's got full of leaves and debris and stuff, and I need to clean it out completely. I need to do another really good vacuum on it. But for today, what we're doing is I'm giving everything a good wipe down with some baby wipes, and then I'm gonna put a boat cover over it so that any kind of work we do where we expose like floor joists and stuff, it's fully sealed up and we don't get any kind of debris or trash inside the boat. Okay, so that's the first video that you're gonna see. Appreciate you guys stay tuning for this. It's really not something that is like really specific to art right now, but it's going to lead into more art related videos with the boat and on the water type of things later on down the road. I don't want to spoil a lot, but it's going to be pretty cool, and I'll be able to take you along the way with that if that venture takes off into some live types of art on the water. So we'll see how that goes. I don't want to make promises until I have that really worked out. But definitely a journey, and I want you to enjoy the journey with me. There are a few boats out. There's a few videos out there that cover kind of upholstery and boat renovations and things like that. But I wanted to make my own journey, and hopefully that you can kind of tag along and have fun with me. Of course, make sure you like and subscribe if you like painting and sculpting and dioramas and all sorts of fun art related content. But of course, this video is going to be centered around woodworking, upholstery, boat accents, fiberglass, maybe gel coating, things like that, polishing, and it's just going to be very fun. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Later.